Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I hope that you all are fine, happy and fresh. This is your science teacher, Muhammad Mashood Khan, and we are discussing chapter number 8, that is food and digestion. In this chapter, we have already discussed about different types of food, and we said there are 6 basic types of foods. These are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals and water. These are all essential parts of our diet. If any of them is missing in our body, then we might become sick and we will be deficiency patient, and that deficiency will be just because of the deficiency of that one particular food type which will be missing in our body. But all these basic types must be taken in a balanced way. If they are not taken in a balanced way, it will still be not beneficial for the health. However, it will be unhealthy for the body. While because of the unhealthy food or because of the excessive use of one particular type of food that can cause unhealthiness to you, if you will be doing like this, you will become very much fat. And there is an information about that those people who are particularly using one kind of what type of food excessively. So 65% of the world's population live in the countries where overweight and obesity kill more people than underweight. So that is a very alarming thing, that underweight people can still survive, but overweight people are more dangerous in a way, like overweightness is more unhealthy as compared to the one who is underweight. So that is why doctor always suggests to eat in a balanced way. So eating a healthy diet can help to prevent obesity. Obesity is like the one in which the person become very much fat and he or she is unable to move properly, and there are a lot of fats stored in the body. So why obesity takes place and how it takes place? Just because of the bad habits. These bad habits contain excessive use of or excessively eating of sweets, or continuously taking rest at home or playing video games all the time, or by eating junk food most of the time and drinking the unhealthy the cold drinks. These all can cause the obesity, and these are the unhealthy or bad habits for your health. Now, as we have discussed about different types of food, and we have discussed that balanced diet is important for healthy body. The thing is that now, like when we eat something, so how it is converted to energy. So the process that takes place is the digestion. So that is our topic now, that digestion. What is digestion? Digestion is the breakdown of large insoluble food molecules into small water soluble food molecules so that they can be absorbed into watery blood plasma. So digestion is basically the breakdown of the food which we eat. Like whatever we eat, we chew it. It's after even chewing, it is not that much small. So that food transfers through esophagus to stomach, where it is digested. Where digested means that it is broken down into very small water soluble food molecules, where it is absorbed in the watery blood plasma. So that process is called the digestion. So let's go into the detail. As you can see on the screen, that a person eats anything from its mouth, it goes through esophagus. From esophagus it enters the stomach, and through stomach it enters the small intestine, and after the small intestine it enters the large intestine, and then it is excreted out from the body. So while discussing all this, you see, whatever we eat, we chew it. So after chewing it, the food is broken down into smaller particles, but still they are not that much small that it can be absorbed by the blood plasma. So that food goes through mouth, it enters the esophagus. Esophagus is a long tube which is connected, one end is connected to the mouth and the other end is connected to the stomach. So esophagus is a large tube through which food goes into the stomach. Once the food reaches stomach digests the food and further push it into the small intestine. In small intestine it is again pushed and it enters the large intestine, where the nutrients are absorbed in the blood plasma, and afterwards the food is pushed and it is excreted from the body. So this is about food, that when you eat food, what happens to it. Moving further, the question arises that how does the digestive system works. So majorly we say that the small molecules of food can be absorbed by the body and passed into the bloodstream. Even after a lot of chewing, food still consists of large pieces which cannot be dissolved. So these must be broken down or digested into smaller soluble molecules. So this is how the digestive system works, that basically the food is broken down into small particles, and then these small particles are further crushed and nutrients are absorbed in the blood plasma, and in the entire process, esophagus, stomach, intestine, large intestine, small intestine, they all come into play and they play their role to digest the food. So moving further, enzymes. That what are enzymes? So digestion takes place in the digestive system and is brought about by the action of chemicals called the enzymes. The enzymes concerned with digestion are contained in the digestive juices, which are mixed with food at various points along the digestive system. So enzymes are the one, like they are chemicals which are added to the food at different parts of the body while the food is in the process of digestion. For example, when you are eating something, so you chew it. So while chewing it, saliva is mixed with the food and it helps in the digestion of the food. Similarly, when it passes through esophagus and then it enters the stomach, there are different types of enzymes which are added to the food and they help in the digestion of the food. So enzyme play the role of the catalyst, they enhance the ability of digestion. So these are called the enzymes, and the mechanism of enzyme activity, you can see there are substrate, there is a enzyme substrate complex, and there is enzyme products. So this is just the introduction of the enzyme, that what are enzymes and how do they play their role in the digestion. Now summarizing this all what we have studied so far in this lecture today, we have discussed about the 6 types of foods. These were the carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamin, minerals and water, and all these are the basic nutrients which are important for the healthy body. Then we discussed about the obesity, that obesity is just like a person who become very fatty, and we discussed about the reasons. These were the eating excess amount of sweets, or resting at home, or junk food, or unhealthy drinks that can cause the obesity. Then we talked about the digestion, how digestion take place whatever we eat. So while after eating it, immediately the process starts digestion, in which the food is broken down from large insoluble food molecules to a soluble small molecules, and then it is absorbed in the watery blood plasma. Then we discussed about that how that food enters your body it enters through your mouth, and that it goes into the esophagus. Through esophagus is a long tube which connects to the stomach. Then food enters the stomach and then to the small intestine and then the large intestine, and then it is excreted out from your body. So this is mainly what we have discussed today, and I hope that you have understood it all. And if there will be any question, any query, definitely